due to technology reasons, we screwed it up royally, and that's where we're at right now. But,
and it was not our fault.
Yeah, I still, I don't want to take credit or not credit, but the other thing about it.
Cannot confirm nor deny that.
Yes, that is a good way to do it. So anyway, my name is Brian Walker. I'm obviously Truth Between Lines. We're on a completely, totally different time of we usually do this, but there's so much going on. We wanted to bring a recap. When I say we, I'm talking about GlitterMeAlison.
Hi.
Yeah, so if you don't know her, we're going to get her in the shot a little better in this because she's a lot better looking than I am, and we'll just do that. She has so much platform. You know what? Go ahead and introduce yourself again for those that couldn't see the other live that we did that screwed up. So.
GlitterMeAlison. I'm on all the social media platforms except for Blue Sky. You will not catch me on that. But it's GlitterMeAlison, ALISON. I'm mostly on TikTok. You get quick news of what's going on in the world regarding President Trump and all of that kind of stuff. I'm also on X and Facebook and Instagram, and I'm not on Rumble, but I am on Truth Social. I do need to get into Rumble. I feel like it's a good time over there.
Yeah, Rumble, I'm on Rumble, and I don't see the feedback I get with that. But of course, I got a lot of diehard people that love Rumble because of the freedom and everything else. So
it seems wild.
You know, you're trying, but I'm just not getting any traction. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. One video could hit.
Yeah. It's a different group over there at Rumble. Those people have been at it for a long time, and they are deep in it. Yeah. So, anyways, you can find me on all those things. I do conservative content, usually around 1.5 minutes, so you won't be stuck watching me too terribly long, but you will see me a whole bunch because I do put a lot out. So you can find me over there. Yeah.
So I brought her into the studio today, and obviously, if you're looking live, you're going to see a green screen. We're going to put this video out later. We're going to add some pictures to it, some videos to it, whatever we feel like bringing in. We'll probably be at a lemon grove for whatever reason, which we'll make that joke a little later on. But obviously, and I just want to put it out there, and I want to put it on live. I want to put the background too. We'll break it up. We'll do the whole thing. We'll do everything to bring the news to you. And what news we're talking about, again, it's January 30th. Oh, it's January 30th today. So we're going to do a wrap-up of this entire year of 2026, starting with January 3rd. Is that right? 3rd?
I mean,
let's jump into it.
We'll just jump right in. Yep. It's been a busy month, Brian.
Yes.
It feels like a month of Sundays. It's been a busy one. We had Mamdani sworn in as mayor. How's that going, you guys? We had Maduro captured.
Yes.
That was kind of badass.
Talk about that. Is that the 3rd? I mean,
that was on January 3rd.
Top of the month. So basically, we just celebrated New Year's. You know, Christmas is over. New Year's hits. And then what's President Donald Trump do?
He's snatching up dictators out of their bed at night and shipping them off to Brooklyn to New York to enjoy the snow. Yeah. So that was crazy. That was cool. That was, I mean, our military is definitely not one to mess with. Yeah. And also, don't rip off the United States of America while Donald Trump is in charge. He's not going for that. No. And a lot of people will say, I was on some of the chats earlier, it was like, hey, we're stealing the oil from Venezuela. How do you feel about that? And I gave my opinion. Yeah. My opinion is, no, are we actually stealing it? No, we're actually buying it. So what do you think about the oil that's going on right now? That's ours. The infrastructure is ours. The land is ours. The assets are ours. It was ours. We had to deal with the Venezuelan government, and then they decided to try communism. If there's one thing we know about communism is they love to seize the means of production, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And so for years, they ripped us off. They took our stuff. They were, running illegal oil out of the country because they couldn't afford to keep up the maintenance on the, the machinery we had and the tech that we had out there. So, sorry, but... Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing, too, is I was so worried about selling the oil to China and other countries in order to have all those things. So it was one of those things where either we're selling it to where we need to sell it, or it's being sold to our, maybe adversaries is a strong word, but communist countries
China
around the
was
world.
there when they captured him. They were in the building meeting with him.
Is that, yes, right.
So, sorry, guys. You wasted your time coming over here because you're not going to be getting this. And Secretary Rubio was in front of the Senate yesterday, or the day before, talking about it, and they grilled him, and he was like, look, we are holding this money basically in escrow over in Qatar until we can get it all situated. Now it's not the time. And he seemed to think that the leader, I forgot her name, she was the vice president, but he seems to think she's doing okay.
Oh, right, yep.
So
good. Well, we got a few people coming in the chat, so we're not going to be doing a whole lot with the chat, like a normal Truth Between Lines. But Aiden, it's good to see you again. Thanks for doing on here. Again, this is like the non-normal hours we're typically on here. But yeah, is it Tapani to all that, and John Bull, welcome, guys. Good morning, guys. So wherever you're from, do me a favor though. When you check in the chat, just let me know the general area where you're from. Don't go crazy, but state, country, whatever else. We'll get people from around the world talking about this as well. So, and then the vice president of we were talking about the vice president of Venezuela, right?
They kept her.
Yep.
They kept her. They were saying we're not going to be doing all that regime change.
Yes.
Just leave it alone. I think Secretary Rubio is doing an amazing job. President Trump says he's going to be the best Secretary of State that the United States has ever had, and I think he's doing great. I fully agree.
All right, so we're 3 days into the year.
We're 3 days in.
And then what happens in the next couple days here?
Okay, well, Minnesota.
I thought you were talking about New York City, but okay. No.
Well, New York. Oh.
Are we going in order, or are we just jumping around?
I'm just going down the line. I know we talked about that.
No, she's a lot more organized than I am. I mean, I got the stories and the sheets and stuff that I wrote out, but this is it.
I keep a journal. I'm keeping a journal because so much happens that and a lot of it doesn't get covered by the mainstream media.
Right.
So I'm like, I want to be able to go back and say, hey, remember when Donald Trump flipped off that guy at that Ford factory?
Just got to see that.
No, that was hilarious. And then you said he got fired.
Yeah, he got reprimanded. I'm not sure if he technically got fired, but he definitely got reprimanded. You know what? We need to write some stuff down to follow up and find the truth between lines.
There you go.
So that might be something that we do. That we say, hey, what happened to that guy? Because one thing we do here is kind of look back and say, do you remember that thing? And of course you forget because news cycle. So we're going to do the Ford plant.
Good old pen and paper. Yeah, that guy got the presidential finger. Maybe don't yell things at the president when you're clocked in.
Speaking of presidential stuff, we talked about this in the first one we botched up. Talk to us about President Donald Trump retweeting? Or is it
President Donald Trump reposted one of my videos twice. I said then that this is basically getting a presidential challenge coin, like the social media version of getting a presidential challenge coin. You can't tell me anything anymore. Yeah. It's top tier. Yeah. For sure.
Exactly. And if President Trump or anybody else is listening, like any of the high profile people we love watching, when you give, not for me anyway, as a small time person, Allison's already hit the big time. But for me, if you were to just send a little note and says, hey, we use your stuff, thanks so much. Yeah. Here you go. If President Donald Trump sent a challenge coin or some other kind of hey, cool. Here's your gold plaque that we want to hang before you, we'd obviously put it behind us. So that would be the fun thing. Obviously, we got our green screen if you're live. I think I said that already. But anyway, all right. So congratulations on that. That
it was
is awesome.
Yeah. I do think it puts me on a watch list of some sort, but it's
true.
fine. He likes my stuff.
Maybe in another 3 years when I don't know, when the next Democrat
they're definitely
watching.
Comes in. He's watching me. That's so.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me know if you want any more, President Trump, because I got a whole list, got a whole diary's worth. So that was cool. That was January 3rd, same day he snatched Maduro. He just wanted to go ahead and retweet one of my things, so.
Yeah, he's completely taking over another country, and he's like, by the way, oh look, this Allison, oh that's cool. Glitter sounds fun.
I have to put captions on the bottom of all my videos so that people up north can understand what I'm saying, because I feel like they really can't. So you probably read what I put out there. No, that was awesome. It was crazy because I didn't even know. Somebody in my comments said President Trump reposted this.
Wow,
lies. Yeah. And I went and looked, and it was there, and then it was there again because somebody had commented on it. So
cool. All right, let's take Allison down from her pedestal. So what happened next in the world? Let's talk about that.
So we're just going to skip over Minnesota. Not really too much went on there this month.
No. Is that a state still? Is Minnesota still a state?
Minnesota stand? Yeah.
We might have gave them back to Canada. They might. We should do. We should take Alberta. That's the other thing too, which we didn't talk about. But Alberta is literally talking about leaving Canada right now, and we're wondering if we can pick up Greenland and Canada and get Alberta and give them Minnesota and trade.
I do feel sorry for the actual conservatives in Minnesota that have to deal with all these crazy people. Do they just want to annex Minneapolis? We could do that.
Just bring it in. That's it. Yeah, that'd be interesting. The Vatican would be its own little island in the middle of a country. Or something else.
There you go.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
We should.
Yeah. All right, let's speak to stuff we know about. So what else happened?
Don't take any of my advice. This is why I'm not in public office. Yeah. What else did we do? Bill and Hillary didn't show up for their subpoenas.
Yeah.
And The last I heard, Comer was sending it to the full House for a vote. Have they had the vote yet?
No, they have not. So actually, I did a video on that one so take a look. That was from like 3 days ago now. I did do a video about the Clintons. So they decided that they do not want to come in for their congressional, I guess hearing is the wrong word, deposition. And they wanted to go in there and talk. So they're actually saying no, they're not doing that. And you can look it up. No one is above the law, including the Clintons. I did it on January 27th. And it's one of those things where we're kind of waiting to see what happens on the end of that, because why are they not showing up? What do they have to hide? We're not saying they're guilty of anything. We're just simply saying, come in because we want to talk to you and figure out what happened to all of the people that are allegedly saying that bad things happen on Epstein's Island. Why is that so difficult to figure out?
Yeah. Not only that, but Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State at the time. So wouldn't you kind of want to know what the State Department was doing to combat human trafficking? During her time as Secretary of State? And honestly, like, I was following that whole story. They sent the original request to come in June and scheduled it for mid-July. They were like, nah, we can't do that. Sent another one. They were supposed to come in
too busy.
in October. They were like, we've got things scheduled.
Yes.
Do you want to know what it was?
Oh,
Chelsea Clinton was running in the New York City Marathon, and they needed to go watch that. Yeah, they were supposed to come in December, and every time it's like, well, we don't want it to be behind closed doors. We want you to come up here. We want us to give a written statement. Just all these excuses. Like, just come in and they're not making it easy. They don't want it to be easy.
Yep. Now, is it Tapani? Again, I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong, but how governments buy the debt. I mean, it's a good investment if you buy somebody else's debt going forward, because literally we can just print money and just give you money back. Now, you got inflation and all the other stuff, but that, as you're saying, it's funny, but that's what's going on with that one. Trafficking starts on the East Coast and then the West Coast through to Canada. Yeah. All right. Good. Thanks for pointing that out. Yes, a lot of stuff are trafficking, but that's exactly what we're talking about. All right.
Yeah. Speaking of debt, didn't Argentina pay back their balance this month?
Oh, did they? I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they paid it all back, and they're going to be, we'll get there, but the Board of Peace, they're going to be on that.
Interesting. I stick a lot to just America itself, not the grand thing. So I kind of know what I know, but I don't do it.
Geopolitics are so dramatic.
That's why we bring you in, because you can talk about that stuff.
So dramatic. The geopolitics are really good. We'll get there because Davos, I told you earlier.
Yes.
I could talk about that whole, Trump was there 48 hours. I'm like, I could do like 5 episodes on it, because it was just so amazing. But
let's stay in order then. Let's go back to
stay in order. We're in mid-January now.
Mid-January, yes.
The Great American Health Care Bill. Have you covered that on your page?
No, I have not covered that. I covered the WHO. We left the World Health Organization.
So we remember the government shutdown back, during Thanksgiving and all of that, and it was over Obamacare subsidies. Trump has basically proposed a health care plan that would all but get rid of Obamacare through healthcare savings accounts, where instead of subsidizing your healthcare plan and giving that money to these healthcare companies, he's just going to give it to the American people in a healthcare savings account so they can buy their own healthcare, whatever they want. They can pay for their prescriptions with it. I've had them before. I love a healthcare savings account. I think it's a great way to go, especially if you're healthy and you're young. I had 2 kids with one, and I paid off a hospital bill, and it was super easy. So. Yeah.
Although, if you give people money through an HSA, do you think they'll not understand it and ruin it? Lose the money?
Probably, but HSAs are restricted on what you can use them for. So you, where FSA is like, that money expires at the end of the year, you got to use it or lose it. And HSA carries on like a bank account. Yeah. But it's very restricted on what, so you can buy Band-Aids with it at the store. You can pay for your copay. You can pay for any type of medical stuff. I'm sure they're going to put stuff in there where you can't get it out, because some HSA accounts you can transfer it to your bank account. But the whole thing isn't planned yet. But I'm sure there will be some abuse, but it will at least not be making the insurance companies so wealthy they can build professional sports stadiums. That's what I knew.
Yeah, that's a totally different thing on that one. I agree. When they start spending money they don't need to spend. But Social Security is a big thing too. You basically, the government has to steal the money from people when they're younger so they can pay it back to them when they're older. If it was all of a financially economic person with a good mind, they'd be better off if we just kept our money throughout the entire lifetime and just invested it the whole time. Yeah. But that doesn't work for your modern day person.
It's interesting you bring that up because he announced the Trump accounts 2 days ago.
Right.
And I think that will really kind of it won't end Social Security because Social Security is, but it will allow you to start saving, or your children to have a savings account from the day that they're born. Yeah. And you don't ever have to touch it if you don't want to. You can be 55 and touch it for the first time if you want. Yeah. You don't ever have to put any money into it. It functions, I think, like a trust fund is how it's kind of governed, but it functions like an IRA. So. Yeah.
Interesting
you brought that up.
All right, so let's go back to the actual day on our agenda.
I know, we're getting so off track.
About it.
There's so much to talk about. Let's see. We had Maria Machado. She donated her Nobel Peace Prize to President Trump.
Right. I mean, you can't do that. That's already been said. They can't do that, but it's nice. It's a good gesture.
She did.
Yeah.
But she did. Yeah. So, that was just a cool like you said. A great.
Well, you missed January 7th. What happened on January 7th?
Where'd we go back?
And also New York City, too, as well.
New York City.
Mamdani.
Oh.
Getting inaugurated as
he did.
mayor.
He got inaugurated, and I watched it, and I think he had about 4 different inauguration ceremonies because Bernie Sanders was at one. Yeah. Letitia James swore him in at another one. It was crazy. That's where his famous quote, the rugged individualism versus the warmth of collectivism.
Yes.
How's that going? How's that warmth?
Yeah. Well, they've already said they're going to be broke, but of course they're blaming that on Eric Adams, the previous mayor. It's his fault that they're broke now. Which I mean, God, you're 30 days in, you're already blaming the person before you.
Yeah.
It's classic. Whatever. Yeah. Everybody does that, and it's just how are people going to see that? Because they don't care. It's just like they don't care about. President Trump blaming Biden for other stuff. It's what's happening right now to you. Can I afford food? Can I afford a bus pass that's supposed to be free, even though it's not? Can I afford daycare? Can I afford my rent?
You can afford daycare now. He made it free for everybody.
Yeah, but did that actually happen, though? Are they actually doing
I don't know. How if you're $12 billion in the hole... Right. How do you do free daycare? Also, just the pure, no one on his marketing team said, hey, everybody's talking about these fake daycares up here in Minnesota right now. Maybe let's table this one for next month. He just launched it right there. Because the Nick Shirley stuff dropped at the end of December, and then at the beginning of January, he's like, who wants some free childcare? Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. Maybe not the best time. Well, and think about it, too. It's the same with doctors and healthcare. You still have a doctor, you still have a child person watching your children, right? The babysitter, whatever you want to call it. You still have to pay that person. Because no one wants to do it, then you can't make people operate on people. You can't make people watch other people's kids. So you can't just be like, oh, everything's free. That's fantastic. Yeah. You can't do that. I don't know. It almost feels like he's trying to prove that it won't work. He offered, and him and Eric Adams are going back and forth on X. If you're on X, it's hilarious to watch them spat back and forth because Mamdani's always going to have a smile on his face when he is talking crazy. He doesn't care. But he's Mamdani's had a rough month. He got out there. Did you see the video of him shoveling snow? Oh yeah, that was as bad as him trying to bench press. Oh, that was so bad. So that was it. Yeah, they're up there in New York dealing with reality. Yeah. Yeah. And you can say whatever you want to. You can say whatever you want to when you're running for an office, but when you actually get it, it's like the dog chasing the car. They don't know what to do when they actually run into the back of the car. It's like, hey, that happened. But, yeah. So you got one question here about what would happen if all the debt in the world was dissolved into crypto. Just wondering what is the value price of crypto. Any thoughts on that? I do not know how crypto works. Yeah. I can get just so far to be like, okay, this is kind of like money, but the most I know about crypto is that is how Britney Spears used to order stuff online when she was in her conservatorship, and that's as much as I know. Oh wow! Okay. I really am not. Yeah, I have a little bit of crypto. I'm mining crypto right now. I don't follow it, don't watch it, I don't care to look at it because it's one of those things that's accumulating, and I just hope whenever I decide I want it. Now, could the world put that into a debt? And that's the idea as a universal currency is what it's for. I mean, that's the idea. You can't, no one controls it. No one has it. It's just there. And of course, I'm getting a call, so hold on a minute. Because you know what? That's going to hold on a minute. It's going to screw everything up, and I'm going to yell at this person who needs to be on here. Because, hold on. Because now my sound is going to be gone. Oh, no. Yep. And then what we have to do is go back in here and hit... resume. All right, so we're back. Yeah, that's why I've been learning a lot about it. So everything's going to be messed up. You get to see everything. So thank you. I'm not going to mention any names, but anyway, for calling me. I appreciate that.
What was the point we were just talking about?
Crypto.
We're talking about crypto, yeah.
Yeah.
So crypto. So I don't know. That the idea is good. The idea is valid, but will it happen? No, I don't think it'll happen. So all right.
So crypto is pretend money,
basically. Well,
backed by
nothing. But there's a finite amount of it. That's the thing. That's the difference. There's supposed to be, which we really don't know, a finite amount, like on the gold standard.
Yeah.
That's what
okay.
it is.
That's
now, put in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's how I understand it. But as opposed to us just saying, "Hey, we're just going to print. We need more money. Let's just print more money and send it out in the system." That's what we're doing.
That's worked out really well for us the past 40 years.
Okay, so what else happened next?
Okay, so we covered New York. Mm-hmm. We're mid-month now. That was all in the beginning of the month.
Yep.
We're talking Greenland.
Greenland. Wow. What a debacle that. Well, fun. I should say debacle. What a fun way that was going for. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it was. Yep. It was like watching the Super Bowl almost. Like, what is going to happen? Because he'd been talking. He called Justin Trudeau, Governor Trudeau, talking about Canada's 51st state, and that was it. And now here we are, Greenland, and now everybody's mad about that too. And so the part when our European allies sent like 40 people over there to go defend Greenland because they thought America was going to
right. We thought we were actually going to invade. That was pretty interesting.
That was hilarious. Then he tariffed everybody that showed up.
Yeah.
Poland did not show up. Italy did not show up. I think out of NATO, those two didn't show up, so they didn't get tariffed.
Yeah.
But Great Britain sent one. They put
who's that one guy?
One boot on the ground.
Could you imagine that guy going, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Well, here's my analogy, and I think I got this from Michael Knowles, I think, or Matt Walsh. I get them sometimes. Well, I watched both of them simultaneously a lot, so I get confused. But he was always talking about Trump wants like this amount. Mm. Like he wants this. This is what Trump wants. So what does he do? He runs his mouth and he says, I want this amount. Mm. And everyone goes, oh my God, this is crazy. I can't believe Trump wants that. And Trump's like, well, I'm just going to tariff you, bomb you, fight you, do whatever. Yeah. Or I'm just going to say bad names and call you a name. And then everybody's like, okay, fine, we'll give you this.
Yeah.
So he wants this. He says this, but he gets this.
Yeah.
And that's what we got with Greenland right now. We don't have to buy it. That might actually still happen. And I was talking about this on a chat last night. I think what's happening is they're giving us all of the whatever we want for land for bases.
Yeah,
we can build our bases.
Yeah,
yes.
come build your bases.
Sure.
Bring that technology up here so that Denmark can benefit from it. Like, of course they want us to go build infrastructure up there because they're not going to.
Yeah.
I think we should pay money for it.
Yeah.
Have a receipt.
You're going to buy the entire island, though.
No. Whatever part we need. Whatever we need.
Okay.
I don't know if buy the whole thing if we want to buy the whole thing. If that's
it'd be good to buy it because of the minerals, too. A lot of people forget about the minerals and just the added space of it. It's not going, you know what I mean? Buying land is not a bad investment in the long run. Look at all the places we've bought as a country.
Right. Our country
works out pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. The parts we didn't fight for.
Yeah, this is not the first time we've actually bought land. Imagine that. Yeah. But the idea was, I think it's, everybody stopped talking about it because of the news cycle that we're under. And of course now I'm getting another phone call, which is fantastic. I love it. This is awesome. No one calls me at all until this happens. So we're going to edit this out on that one. Okay, so back to Greenland. So I think right now what's happening is we're in that lull where all of the smarter people that are a lot smarter than everybody around the country here are sitting down. They're going through it saying, okay, what can we do? Mm-hmm. Can you actually buy it? How much would you sell it for? And then one day, and probably some certain amount of time goes by, and we're going to be like, hey, by the way, we just did this.
Yeah.
And then Trump's going to be like, yeah, great, I did it. This is what I did. It's the best deal we've ever made. Yeah. And that's what we're going on that one.
It'll be a signing ceremony with a Sharpie.
Yeah. Hey, Stuart Gorham, welcome to the chat. I appreciate you being here. He must be on here all the time. So Stuart Gorham's my buddy. He's like my military mind from Louisiana. Who's on here, yes. And Aiden's on there also. Aiden jumps on there all the time. All right, so what happened next? What was the next?
Okay, so everybody was like, what are we going to do about Greenland?
Yeah.
Our allies sent people over there, and then that was on the 18th. The 20th-ish, Trump went to Davos.
Davos, okay.
And, before he got there, Carney from Canada ran his mouth. You saw...
You're full on your thing. You're full of messing up.
No, you saw. Oh, my storage is full. Great.
We're trying. We have. If you
Listen.
can just see what we're doing right now. We have everything going on, and nothing is working.
There's
at
4
all
screens,
right
and
now,
all of them,
so.
none of them want to work.
Anyway, Kimcast, welcome. When you called earlier, that screwed up my entire channel, which is funny. I'll tell you about it later. But
That's
anyway,
funny.
all right. I had to email her to let her know that we're doing this. And that's
Oh
why she
gosh.
jumped on, so
Well, it's
that's
okay.
a funny thing.
So
all right. So Davos.
We had
yes.
Davos. You had Carney give his speech. All the
Yeah.
Canadians thought it was amazing and great. Where he's basically like, "Why can't we just do more business with China?" And then you had old sideburn sunglasses. Macron. Macron got up there. Did you see him?
No, I didn't know you were talking about. You said his name, but all right.
Oh.
Yeah. I know the names. I just don't know. I don't watch. You watch all the stuff. I read. That's my thing. Is I read.
Geopolitics is one of my favorite, but Macron had some sort of eye issue, so he wore sunglasses.
Is that the one with the wife that was supposedly?
Yeah.
Okay, they're all the problems. I mean,
listen, whether or not his wife, we won't get too much into it. Whether or not she is a boy or girl is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she was his teacher when he was like 13.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's a predator, so that's why I'm not like all for that. Anyways, he got up there, gave his speech, same thing. Like China, that sounds amazing for your.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then the stock markets were basically like at a standstill till Trump got there, and then he got up on stage and started talking about what all he was going to talk about, and finally he said, "I won't use force against Greenland." Stock market right back up there. It was amazing to watch. I think the speech that Donald Trump gave in Davos is one of the greatest speeches of the modern era. I think it was. Wow. I mean, because he was speaking to his peers. Oh, sorry. He was speaking to his peers, other highly wealthy heads of state, know what's going on. Mm-hmm. And he told them that globalism has ruined America. We are not going back there. I encourage all of you guys to invest in your own nations and your own borders and all of that. But America will no longer be participating in globalism. And I think it was one of the best speeches ever. I mean, it's a long one. It's really long. But
President Donald Trump talks a lot.
No,
It's crazy.
I know. It is funny when he gets up there and he's like, and Macron with his beautiful sunglasses. It was good. But
okay.
Yeah, I think the world breathed a sigh of relief.
Yeah, right,
like, We're not going to use force. He said, I don't have to use force. And I think what really happened, according to insiders, they said it because he didn't even talk to Denmark about Greenland. He talked to the head of NATO. His name's slipping my mind right now. But he's basically like we're in or we're out. You tell them that we've paid NATO $22 trillion. Yeah. And he's like, look, one of the things he said, he was like, you can either do this and we will be appreciative, or you cannot do this and we will remember. And that is what he actually said.
Wow.
That's
a big statement right there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Davos was probably my favorite part of the whole month, besides President Trump reposting me. Also, Scott Bessent, the Secretary of the Treasury, absolutely grilling Gavin Newsom up there. Because Gavin Newsom was in Davos, and everybody was like, what exactly are you doing here?
Right. Yeah. Well, we know what he's doing there, but
yeah. Well, he's trying to look all presidential. He brought those knee pads. Like, somebody in his marketing department has got to tell him that knee pads joke is not landing. It's very, very crazy.
The knee pads joke about bowing down to Trump.
Yeah.
Trump. Yeah.
You're kissing his butt or whatever. But somebody, Scott Bessent, tearing him up was hilarious. He was like, look, he can't even hang in the same realm as the people over here in Davos. Like, yeah, he's a rich American, political leader, but this is Davos. This is the kind of wealth that Gavin can't even comprehend. So he went over there and made a fool of himself, I think.
But Gavin can tax it, I'm sure, to pay for all the stuff that he wants to put in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he's in there with Carney over there cleaning up San Francisco for and now can't. Did you see? Sorry, off on a tangent. He posted the other day that he is going to be Gavin Newsom is going to be sending aid to Tennessee to help us with our ice situation, from the weather. He posted that.
The actual weather situation.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, not like the
when you say ice, I don't know what you're talking about ice.
Yeah, ice has had a big month.
Ice has had a very big month. Yeah, if you live anywhere in the eastern corridor of all the storm that was rolling through, all you heard about was ice. I mean, that was the problem. And then, you hear about global warming all the time, and everyone's like, oh, well, I don't like ice. And they're like, well, it's getting warmer. Don't we like ice?
Yeah.
That was my joke. That was my joke from Daryl.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, where are we at with this whole thing? Yeah. So that was an issue. All right.
Yeah.
So that's Davos. Okay.
Davos. Hang on, I got one more thing.
Okay.
That is where he instituted the Board of Peace, which is what is
going
to
Board
resolve
of Peace. Yep.
the Gaza. Or initially, their goal is to fix Gaza because it is literally just rubble. And he's asked. I think there's like 38 nations that have joined so far, and he did ask Vladimir Putin to join the Board of Peace. And for $1 billion, you can be in it forever.
That doesn't seem like a whole lot, but they talk about grand scheme
of things.
Money for the world. But yeah, I mean, wouldn't you want a world superpower to be part of your peace pact? I mean, kind of.
I think so. I think it is Trump's way of roundabouting the UN and NATO.
Yeah, I agree with
because,
that.
a lot of the countries that have joined are not NATO countries. I don't think he rescinded Mark Carney's invitation.
Huh.
So I don't know that I know he sent one to Italy, but I don't know that there's very many NATO nations that he's actually invited. And it's a lot of like smaller countries.
Yeah.
I won't tell you the rude thing that people talk about. Like the countries you can't drink water in.
Okay.
But a lot of smaller countries that are allies that you do want, to be a part of your Board of Peace. And so I think inviting Russia was a power move to our European allies.
Yeah.
Saying, look, you guys turned your back on us with the Greenland deal. Mm-hmm. You have ripped us off in NATO. Mm-hmm. We were footing the entire bill, and it's all of our force and power that you guys need. And so now I'm going to invite my friend Putin over here to be on this Board of Peace in Gaza.
Yeah, that definitely could be it.
So there was that. Let's see. Yeah, that was Davos. Davos was excellent. You should go, if you haven't watched the speech from Trump, go watch it.
I'll do it.
Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have the Minnesota protest in the church.
Oh, yes.
Let's
talk about that.
Breaking news.
We have new news this morning. Yes, go for that.
Don Lemon was arrested in L.A. this morning for violating the First Amendment rights of churchgoers in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Was it the KKK route?
That's what Harmeet Dillon, she's the attorney
Look
general
that up and figure that out.
The Civil Rights Division. She said that he will be charged with the KKK Act, which
is ironic. I mean, it was Martin Luther King Day it happened on, and then it's a black guy who did it. So that's
but I mean, you can't, you just can't do that, and to do it to Christians, I feel like I'm a Christian, but I feel like Christians have been silenced for so long from the media and the left, and honestly, our own. Just being like, don't be loud about it. Or the ones that are loud are like kind of obnoxious, like the corner preachers and stuff. But to go into a church and do that, it would never happen in any other house of worship. And it happened in that one, and there should be consequences.
Right. Yeah, well, two other people already got arrested as well.
Yes.
So we see that the ringleaders, whatever you want to call them.
Well, 3 got arrested, but they got let out. But today, when they arrested Don Lemon, I think they arrested 4 others.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I haven't followed that, so that's news to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been on
the ones that they let out were in Minneapolis, of course. The court system up there is it's interesting.
Yeah.
But these others were arrested elsewhere, so.
Yeah, I'm interested that warmonger Fenry says, "Wrap it up, apply for a job." Which job? A nice job? Is that what they want you to work for? I'm not sure. Fill that one in. But
you want me to work for ICE?
Y'all are junky. Okay. Good. Have a good day then. And then Stewart came back. When we require Greenland, we should make as Russia's Siberia. If you mess up, you are sent to Greenland. Oh, Stewart, that's kind of rude. There's 57,000 people that probably enjoy living there, but I don't know.
Listen, there's some really interesting history with the U.S.'s involvement in Greenland in World War II and what all we did up there. Are you familiar?
I am not, no.
Well, just a short little story. During World War II, Germany... I guess we're on YouTube, so I can say whatever. I don't have to make up fake words like you do on TikTok. But when Germany occupied Denmark, Greenland was a part of Denmark. So they did not want Germany to bring all that mess over into our hemisphere. Huh. So they had to do some quick work on their constitution and what all was going on to basically say, no, we're no longer... Not that we're not a part of Greenland, but you can't come over here and do that. So the U.S. decided we are going to protect Greenland. We're going to protect the perimeter and the shores and all, and the Arctic and all of that.
Yeah.
And we did for a really long time. The Germans had weather stations up in Greenland, and we took out all of them. They were patrolling them with dog sleds up there.
Yeah.
And so the U.S., even in the 1940s, the U.S. military was like, we'll go take care of it.
Yeah.
And so us being up in Greenland, and we had, I can't remember how many military stations or bases or whatever we have. Now we have 2, but we had a lot more. And we stayed there through the Cold War, and obviously because of Russia. And then I don't really know what happened after that, as far as we just kind of left the region. I would imagine it was inept leadership and all of that. But so us being up there isn't unusual, but the history of the United States and Greenland and how we've protected that territory isn't anything new.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
I actually did a video. Now, this is not about World War II or anything else, but called Strategic Bases. I put it out on the 17th of January, talking about Greenland, talking about what was happening there, and the base that's actually in Idaho. So if you don't know that, who has it? It's Qatar has a base there along with Singapore. Well, it's not, and they don't call it a base. They just call it a strategic alliance place to have it there. Yes, so that's there. So okay, so that was what we got sidetracked by Stewart there. Of course, Stewart thought, should Trump pick a new Fed chairman or dissolve it completely? This would make Woodrow Wilson turn over in his grave. Actually, the new Fed chairman was announced today. I thought this morning. I heard that on. One time we were going to a meeting earlier today. I was listening to it. So he announced, I forget the name, but Stuart looked that up for me, put it in the chat. There's a new guy that's taking over for the Fed. So yes, that's actually already been done.
Yep.
All right. So what happened next after that?
Oh, let's see. We did we withdrew from the WHO. That's not really anything new.
I did a video about that. Yeah. So it got 0 views. No, I got like 5 views.
Yeah. Some people don't want to talk about the boring stuff. I didn't want to.
No, I know. The WHO is the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
kind of a important thing. What?
Isn't like Gates owning it now?
Oh, I don't think. No, I don't think he owns it.
Isn't he like big time into it though?
He probably could. He probably spoke in there. I'm sure he's done a bunch of stuff about how to eat non-grass fed
bugs.
And,
not eating bugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Now we're towards the end of January. Jack Smith was grilled by the House. Okay. Did you watch all of that?
No, I didn't. I don't watch. See, I'll be honest. I don't watch this stuff. She watches this stuff. That's
I watch it all day long. I watch the live feeds all day. I just turn it on and get what I need to be done. It's like having on a radio, except for it's a TV, and I get to watch crazy people. And
right. That's how you know what they all look like. Because I don't know. I listen to it sometimes, but I don't know what they look like because I just listen to it.
Yeah, Jack Smith. I will say I do think Jack Smith is a scumbag, but he is a very good speaker, and he kind of makes you believe him. Yeah. When he speaks.
Well, who is he? Tell everybody, including myself, who is he and why was he being grilled?
Well, he was, let's see. I'm going to check my notes real quick. He was the special counsel for all of the January 6th and all that. Okay. Now, they said he was never actually sworn in. And a judge did say, he signed off on stuff and the judge was like, you are technically not eligible for this job. I think they later went back and retrofitted that, but.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's all boiling down to the corruption and what exactly happened and the fact that you put all these people on this committee and it seems just it's all suspect, and I think it's all going to come together, especially with what's going on in Georgia now. I think it'll all be pretty clear.
You want to talk about Georgia?
Dude,
we had a conversation this morning about this.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what happens. So if you don't know, the FBI raided the is it Fulton County? The Fulton County election office where they held all of the 2020 ballots, and it's going down. Tulsi's there. Yeah, you know she's in charge of national security. Tulsi's in charge of national security, so they must be looking into foreign actors being involved. We already know there's sworn testimony from people that the ballots were fake, that they were stuffing ballots, that there were ballots fake, the paper was fake. So we already know that it was not on the up and up, and so now Tulsi and the DOJ are down there. They got 700 boxes worth of files and ballots that they're gonna have to go through.
Shoot, and just count them and then figure out how many they're off with. I mean,
well, so they have all the ballots, and then we'll have the machinery too that will show.
Yeah. To clarify, we have this many paper ballots. The electronic machines say we have this amount. Do they match?
Yes, because the theory is that they were running the ballots through twice, that the ballots were changing from one selection to another selection.
Yeah. And they're in order. The ballots were numbered in order.
That is the craziest part, because this one little girl, I mean, I call her a little girl, she's probably in her 20s, but She was like, it is statistically impossible that I would pick up these ballots and it would be 5, 6, 7, 8 on the numbers. She's like, it's not possible because they don't. It's not like they go out like that. And you're going to see more, I think, about the ballot system as we gear up for the SAVE Act. I think that's going to definitely pass.
Yeah. I mean, we need to get this squared away before the midterms happen here very quick. We just can't do it.
Yeah. Anna Paulina Luna, she's a congresswoman from Florida. She's really, really hammering it. And she's like, we will... She basically said, we'll shut down the government if you do not pass this SAVE Act. It's got to have photo ID. It's no mail-in ballots, in-person voting only. And the in-person voting thing, I mean, I understand. I understand why we have to do it. But I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Or like early voting, they want...
You're talking mail-in ballots. I mean, at some point, mail-in ballots, you have to have them for, number one, military, because they're overseas or wherever can't make it. And two, there are a lot of people that can't leave their house, unfortunately.
Yes. And I think they are putting provisions in the bill that would exempt certain people, but you would still have to...
Prove
that you are who you are.
Yes, that's the other thing.
How you get your ballot. I mean, maybe someone from the election commission goes to your house and drops it off. I don't know that you put it through the USPS anymore.
That would be weird, yeah.
Because, I mean, this story's coming out. I could talk about that. That's another thing. Because I watched that election. I remember when the Georgia Secretary of State said, there is, here's what the total population, here's what the counts are for Trump, here's what they are for Biden. Even if everybody else comes in and votes only for Biden, there's no way that Biden can win. It has to be Trump. It was like a 98% guarantee that he was. And I remember him saying that and then waking up the next day being like, oh, he didn't actually win. So
isn't that crazy?
Fulton County, Georgia, that's going. Now, what's interesting is they kind of did a little bit of media manipulation with it, and I like that because while everybody's eyes were on Minnesota and all that just chaos going on up there, the DOJ is down in Georgia, and nobody's bothering them. The press isn't down there. Nobody's down.
Protests.
No
ideas.
They have no idea that it's going on. They're so busy up in Minnesota, and that's just a madhouse. But I was watching the live streams, and it was just like a text on the screen that said DOJ.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so the administration needs to be totally transparent with neutral attorneys present on the subject of disclosure and discovery on the ballots. If not, the opposing side will declare... Exactly. And not only that, you're talking about neutral attorneys, but also have... not neutral. We'll have one left, one right, or Democrat, one Republican next to each other sitting in a chair, which is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be able to watch from wherever else. And just do it. And everything is filmed. Everything is watched over. That's what happens. Everything's out there. And maybe we could watch from home right now, sitting on your couch and watch. What
if they live stream the ballot counts?
I think they should. I
would watch it, and then I'll just tell you what happened because I'm sure it's boring, but I would think that would be exciting.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean that. But you should. It should be a little tally too. We're getting down to the end. This is about to happen. What's going? Everybody tune in. And then it goes to a commercial, and everybody's like, "God damn it, commercial! What are you doing?" Yeah, sponsored by then of course Pfizer or some other commercial.
No, it'll be what's the military? The people that make all the military stuff.
Oh, Lockheed Martin or something.
Yeah, sponsored by Lockheed Martin. Raytheon. Yeah, that's who will sponsor it.
Yep. Cool. All right, still have sound. Great.
Okay, good.
I'm crossing my fingers, and we still have sound. I swear, if the Prosperity Lounge is watching this, he'd be mad at me because I'm not using the actual laptop like I'm supposed to. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Welcome to the chat. So is it core sophisticated? So yeah, you're live. So anyway, all right.
We're working. Listen, we got a bunch of screens going, and for whatever reason, every single one.
Now your phone's off too.
My phone's done.
Oh, it's completely done. Oh, how fun! All right.
There's no more storage in it. I'm like, how?
Jesus. So yes. Anyway, all right. What happened next?
All right, we're towards the end of the month.
Yeah.
Let's see. We did the Trump accounts. Did we talk about those already?
Yes, we did. We talked about Trump accounts. We got ahead of ourselves.
Nicki Minaj was there.
She's never in my live chat that I ever think Nicki Minaj would come up, but okay.
So he had this summit, the Trump account summit, where he's and the way that they work is super simple. But Nicki Minaj was there, and she's going to be donating money for. So Nicki Minaj's fans are called Barbs, like Barbie Barbs. She's like, because my Barbs have babies, and I want them to be successful and whatever. Now it's unclear how much she's. I think she donated a couple $1 million.
Okay. Yeah.
She also got a gold card, a Trump gold card for immigration. She wasn't a U.S. citizen.
I think I knew that. Well, she's from Barbados, right? Is that why?
Yeah,
is that why they're called Barbs?
Oh.
Check me. Let me know in the chat. That one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay,
And
Nicki
so-
Minaj. I'm going to write down my notes. Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj, look her up.
Never thought that would be in my little.
Yeah, and
vein.
what's the guy from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Paul. Is it Paul?
Mr. Wonderful.
I always think Mr. Wonderful. I think the wrestling guy. But,
The blonde, he's
yeah,
bald.
I know who you're talking
He was
about,
there too, and he brought them up on stage. And
Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary was there,
Got
and
it.
he was sitting there with Nicki Minaj.
You're talking about. Okay, whatever.
For the Trump accounts.
I mean, you're famous and rich, and that's what happens, I guess. I don't know.
You know, she spoke at the UN.
I did. I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that. I
On
didn't
behalf of
listen
Christians.
because I couldn't do it, but whatever. Anyway.
I know it's a little whatever.
Good for her. I mean, awesome. You know, and that's the amazing thing that's happening now in 2026 and 2025. Some of these people that you would never think are finally like, hey, I'm done with this crap. Like, I'm done with the left. I'm done with killing babies, and I'm done with transgenders and women, men in women's bathrooms. And they're like, I'm done, and I'm coming out, and I have enough of this. And it's really interesting to see how that changes. So the next 3 years is going to be very interesting later on going through that. But
I also heard Lizzo.
Lizzo, really?
Republican now.
Yeah.
She said she lost a bunch of weight and now she's Republican. I don't know. That could just be a rumor. I did see it on her thing, but Nicki Minaj, her story is interesting because she's not an American citizen. She's been in the music industry this whole time. And they have power and they have pull and they could have gotten her citizenship. She has the money to do it. Yeah. But they didn't for whatever reason.
All right, let's do this. Hey, we're way past the 45-minute mark, and Stuart, so I'll make sure I'll catch up with him, but one person, Infinite Yazin, says, you both look highly educated. Well, that's not what I was going for in your AC/DC shirt or this one, but hey, you know what? That's fine. We'll go with it.
I am highly educated.
Yes.
On a lot of things. And I did go to college.
You do? Okay. Well, the biggest thing about education is great. We all went to college and everything else, fantastic. But we still continue to learn. We still continue to read, watch videos, and just basically have conversations, which is the most important thing. I think you can get a degree in whatever you want to and pay money and go through school and everything else, but you might not know anything by the time you're done graduating. No. So that's the important thing. So anyway, educated folks. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
So Stuart Gore, one of my favorite fans, he wants to find out who you are. So if you just tuned in now for the first 45-minute mark, please like and subscribe to this channel. This is Truth Between Lines. And I'm going to introduce my friend here, Allison from GlitterMeAlison. So again, do your bio again. So those are just joining us now.
GlitterMeAlison on all of the things. Allison is ALISON, just the one L. I'm on TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, True Social. So you can find me on all of those things. You're going to see me the most on TikTok because that's my place. It's what I like. And it's American owned now, so you don't have to worry about your stuff. So
I don't know. I'm still not on TikTok, so I'm still worried about it.
I know how you do it.
We're actually going to do. I'm going to videotape a TikTok production of hers later on maybe not in the live, but in a video, just for a short, just so we can see how much fun it is. So we'll do that. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to talk about Pam Bondi maybe.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah. Not Don Lemon.
Well, it's going to be thank you, Pam Bondi.
Oh, for that, yes. And we're going to put a lemon grove on the green screen.
I think we should. I think that'd be hilarious.
If you're watching from live at home. If you're watching live, you'll see a green screen. If you're going to watch this later on, I'm going to do a whole video as well. I'm going to add the pictures, add the green screen in the backdrop. Talking about Don Lemon. She wants to put a lemon grove in the backyard.
What do you think, a lemon grove?
It would be fun.
Or should it be something else?
I mean, we could change. I mean, we'll rotate. But in the library, and then we're going to edit out all the stupidity stuff that we're talking about when all my phone calls are coming in. So
technical difficulties.
All right. Infinite Yazin, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks so much. All right, so what happened next after all
We are down here at the end of the month because we already talked about the Don Lemon and all the rest. Wait, let me just check the back of the... Oh! No. Trump. Yeah, in the middle...
I don't want to cheat. I'll look at her page.
No. In the middle of the Trump account summit, he looks at the EPA administrator, Lee Zeldin. He was talking about the California wildfires and how they have not built a single structure, despite the fact that 7,000 burnt down a year ago. Yeah. So he looks at Lee Zeldin. He was like, hey, Lee, I've got a job for you. Why don't you go out to California and rubber stamp all these people's permits because they can't get permits from the state or the local. They've got the federal. They don't have state or local, and they won't do it. Right. And they're trying to sell off the land for low-income housing and all that. So,
all right, yeah.
In the middle of all of that, he sent Lee Zeldin out there to deal with all of that. And he said, as a matter of fact, after you rubber stamp all these things here, go ahead and give these people a 10% bonus so they can make their house 10% bigger. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a one way to get LA to be on your side.
Oh, yeah. And Gavin
he started coming in there and doing that. Yeah. Yep. You want to piss off Newsom and all the other lefties that doing that when you start paying off people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because the federal government was already there, did all their stuff. And he's like, it's been a year, you guys.
Yeah, it has. There's no reason for that. I mean, nothing's been done. I think, maybe 6 homes or something like that?
2
Oh, 2? Okay.
have started.
Oh, my God.
I think those are the only ones that have been able to get the state and local permits. They just can't get them. And so... He sent him out there. Also, we didn't talk about Ilhan Omar getting...
Well, it's a real rural sheepdog. Thanks. Welcome to the chat, by the way. It won't matter soon. What won't matter soon? So let me know. Comments on that one. Let me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people in the insurance world, and you can obviously build a house back really, within a year. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And the fact that they haven't done anything. And, same thing. I got to check on Hawaii as well. What's happening with that.
You would think Hawaii would be way harder because it's in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, you don't have like the materials to do that.
They have the whole Pacific Northwest up there. They can get lumber or whatever else from.
So Stuart said Zeldin said to pull a Jesus move on the permit office and turn the tables over.
Yeah, that's probably what he's doing.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, I like Lee. I mean, Lee was from New York. I remember he was running for Congress, or was it Congress, or he was running for governor? But I was really pulling for him, and he lost. So that was interesting. So I'm glad he ended up somewhere in EPA. Is perfect.
He's doing a great job. Yeah. He really is, and I don't know much about the EPA, but every time he's on there talking, he'll be on TV or whatever giving interviews, and I'm like, he really does. I think the whole cabinet's doing a great job, honestly. Yeah. And Trump only picks like the best looking people too, which is funny. The new Fed chair is like handsome. You're like, oh, he's doing like he does this on purpose. You can tell. But yeah, so there was that. There was the Ilhan.
No Omar. Comment from the men in the back.
There was the Ilhan Omar attack.
Yes, let's talk about the Ilhan Omar attack. I mean, the fact that more and more is coming out about this guy who's a huge MAGA supporter, Trump supporter, and all that, but then all of a sudden he's got pictures of him and his bi-gender kids and all that, and like what? And they put him right up front. Yeah. If you slow down the video, actually you don't have to slow it down. She gives like a wink, a nod when she's ready, and it's right at the end of a major point. And then she tries to attack this guy. This guy's like a foot taller than her. And
yes.
Like, if I attack you, are you going to be like, oh, let me just run after you?
Well, I mean, I'm a Republican and I have a gun.
No, you just fall backwards and just be like, phew.
Stand your ground, dude.
Yep. There you go.
No, what's crazy is that when he squirted that stuff, it was in his, like a syringe, like what you would give like kids medicine in. He didn't even squirt it all on her. He did half of it.
That was apple cider vinegar, is what it was?
Somebody said it was insider trading, like CIDER.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
that's a dad joke right there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah,
so,
insider trading.
Yeah, and she's really, and somebody also responded to her. It was like, I called poison control for you, and here's what they said you should do if you're ever sprayed by a substance, and you didn't do any of that.
Oh, no, right, yeah.
And she's told him to F off, so.
Yeah.
Something tells me she doesn't really like the scrutiny, but you can't pull stunts like that these days. We have the internet. There are people that make full podcasts on the Charlie Kirk stuff. Like, they have a whole career analyzing that footage. Yeah. You think that we're not going to be able to analyze what you got going on?
And right in the middle of why are you even doing a press conference? Right. Oh, you're under suspicion for $30 million. What I think I did a report, it was 3,500% increase in her income. I mean, you're laying yourself out there being ridiculous.
Dude, I did a video on her husband. He's a scumbag. Did you know that they met on the campaign trail when he was advising her? Yeah. They were each married to other people.
Oh, I didn't know.
5 short months after each of their divorces, they were together. So, that's just a scumbag situation all the way around.
Yeah, it's not her brother, right? We're talking.
No, this is her third husband.
Oh, okay, even better.
Yeah, no, not the brother. Yeah. I think the brother was the first, and then she married again, had kids, and then now she's married to this guy.
No, honestly, I could care less about all that because she is just needs to go.
She is, but he's equally as scummy. He was. What is it? Is it not a Ponzi scheme? But like, you give me $300, and in 9 days I'll give you $900 back.
A quid pro quo or something like that.
Yeah, that's basically what he was doing, and that's what he got sued over that winery that everybody.
Yeah, right, the winery. Yes.
He got sued because he went to this restaurateur over there in Minneapolis. It was like, if you give me $300,000 for this winery out here in California, I will return $900,000 to you. And he didn't actually return the $900,000. He just gave his $300,000 back. So he got sued.
Nothing fraudulent in that at all.
Yeah.
Nope,
and his business partner, who worked for Keith Ellison, did the same thing with a cannabis company, which. Who wants to buy wine? I mean, are Muslims known for like making excellent wine? Like, they don't seem like the kind of people to be involved in that kind of business.
Right. Right. I
So
don't think
just
so.
like
There's a lot
I've
of
never really
wineries,
heard
yeah.
of like a
On the coast of Somalia, there's
Yeah,
not a lot of wineries
yeah, not a
you
lot
can go
of
hang out there
wineries.
for the weekend. And,
So
you know,
especially for that
yeah.
religion, I don't think they drink in it. So I don't think they're making
Yeah.
I know Jewish people make wine.
Sure.
They've got kosher wine, but I don't think the Muslims.
Beyond me.
Religion.
You know,
I don't know.
there was a time I really tried to get into wine and like all the different kinds and the grapes and all that crap. And I was like, you know what? Is it white or is it red?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. And all I know is red you can drink warm, white you can drink chilled.
Oh,
And you know, that's all I need to know.
that's kind of all you need to know.
I'm done.
I
At
think
that
a
point,
red
at
wine
that point,
with a
that's it.
steak is like really, really good.
Okay. Yeah. That's
It's one of my favorites.
I get it. But
Yeah.
at the same time.
But I also drink hooch from the gas station, so don't trust me on any of this.
Right. And I drink my whiskey however I can get it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
So Stuart wants to make sure the new Fed chair. Did you say he's a bear? Or what did you say?
I said he's handsome.
Say it louder so you can
He's
hear it.
handsome. The new
Okay.
Fed chair is very good looking.
Now we gotta look that up, Stuart.
I
We gotta
can't
make sure we
remember
figure
his
that out.
name.
Okay. New Fed chair.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it. They literally just announced it, and then we went into that meeting. So
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a chance to really look into it.
We didn't say he's a bear. All right.
No, not a bear. Okay, last few things. Banana and Rice Girl got arrested.
Bananas and Rice Girl. If you haven't seen that video, yes. What do Somalis eat? No, they don't eat bananas and rice all the time. It's not
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yes.
apparently.
Apparently, she told us.
No, and don't assault police officers.
Yes, right.
So
right.
she got arrested. If you don't know about that whole thing, just go to X and type in banana and some rice. I haven't reported on this yet, but HUD, Housing and Urban Development, Scott Turner is the secretary of HUD. He used to play football. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He played for the Washington Redskins.
Oh, okay.
Scott Turner. Anyways, he found out that in 2024, the Biden administration misappropriated $5 billion worth of HUD funding because you'll never believe this. They were allowing illegal immigrants to live in HUD housing. So he released that. Nobody's covered that yet. I'm not doing any of
Yeah.
that,
So actually, the Biden administration was responsible for illegally giving money to illegal immigrants.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. And stop the press. That's
yeah.
news to everybody.
Breaking news.
Yeah,
The
no
Biden
idea.
administration.
Anyway, that is news because I didn't know that, but at the same time,
they were also,
surprise.
this wasn't a part of what, earlier, like last year, he had said that they were giving mortgage, like the mortgages payments, like paying for mortgages for illegal aliens too. I'm like, do you know that American people don't have homes?
I know. Yeah. And
Crazy.
before their mortgage or behind their mortgage. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of problems going on. Yeah.
And last but not least, this will be the last thing we bring up. Burchett is the head of the DOGE committee.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim Burchett, if you're not familiar with him, he's a House member from Eastern Tennessee, and he's been climbing the ranks. He does a lot of the stuff where a lot of viral videos when he talks back and claps back at his people that are trying to follow him and trying to catch him. And so he's a great guy. I've actually sat down with him a few times. We've done some videos with him on my channel, so take a look at that. But yes, now DOGE is different than what Elon Musk's DOGE is, because this is the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah.
Or one's different than the other one. The names are different, but it's the same concept. Let's put it that way. But so Tim Burchett, congratulations on being named that by Mike Johnson. What are we expecting from that? What do you think?
So he said he's going to turn the House over.
Right.
He came out the other day and said that, and I didn't know this, that members of Congress own property, like they're in Washington, D.C., they'll own like an office building, and they turn around and rent it to the federal government. How is that not a little
conflict? Yep.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. So it's the stuff like that, and he's like, we're holding him accountable. We're not doing this anymore. I mean, he's an anti-swamp guy. Did you live in Knox County when he was the mayor?
No, I was not. No.
He was excellent. He was a great mayor. He basically doged Knox County before that was a thing. He got different properties off the tax rolls that were dilapidated and not being used. He would have these things called cash mobs, back when flash mobs were a thing, where he would pick a business like a gas station. Yeah. We're all coming to it's a cash mob today. Everybody come get your gas at this gas station.
That's cool.
Get your food, get your... He was such a good mayor. Mm-hmm. And so I think he's going to do a great job at DOGE. Like he really doesn't like wasting money. No. Like the whole, his Taliban bill. Did you follow that?
I did.
Did it get
40
voted
million,
on?
but I didn't know if it got voted on. No.
It was in the Senate today to get voted. Today or yesterday. I haven't... It's been a crazy month.
I know, right? Yeah, we're still in the morning. Again, we're not our usual time that we go live, or I go live anyway. It's the first time she's been live with me, so thanks for that.
I've never been live ever.
This is interesting. Yep. You've never been live ever, huh?
No.
Oh, wow. That's yeah, we got a whole, thousands of thousands of people
because
watching.
the comments section would I couldn't. It would be too much for me to
You get used to it.
Seems
sometimes.
like
a lot of times when I'm doing lives, and Stuart can do it too with stuff. I go only off the comments. Like we have a whole discussion. I will bring in with a few points, but then once we actually get rolling, it really just like, what do you want to talk about right now? What do you want to do about this? Stuart Gorham, I'm guilty of giving money to illegal immigrants. One time, okay, I know this is a joke because he's a funny guy. One time I had 4 ladies cleaning my house and not one could speak English, but they knew English word. No one English word fired. Sorry. I read that wrong, Stuart. I ruined the whole joke. I apologize. Let's see. So we got married. No, if we're talking about us, no, we're not married. Nope. What's up, y'all? Just here to do a wish you a great day and hope everything is going how you want to keep it going. You rock. See, it's cool like that. Like, that's why you read the chat. That's awesome. So I appreciate the guys. We did hit 60 minutes. We're over an hour now. If you guys can make sure to like and subscribe and do more content. And if you're enjoying this, if you're just joining us like recently, go back and watch from the beginning when we completely screwed up our technology. It was awful.
That was crazy.
But, yeah, we got it now. Make sure you let me know if you want to bring back GlitterMeAlison.
Maybe at the end of next month. We'll see what's going on in February.
Yeah, I mean,
January was wild.
If she's even has time for us, considering she's getting presidential shout outs and shares and what do you call it?
I was on TMZ too.
TMZ, yeah. Talk about TMZ. Tell them about that.
That was weird. First of all, if you are someone in
for good reasons, by the way.
Yes,
Usually when you're on TMZ, it's for a bad reason.
No, they didn't cover me. No, they weren't talking about what I was doing. I was talking about something else. But just because you're in the influencer space, they are notoriously a little difficult to work with. They will kind of waste your time. But they reached out to me on TikTok. They had seen some of my TikToks and asked me to cover the Spencer Pratt running for mayor of LA because I was covering that. And I didn't see it in time. And so I was like, no, sorry, like it's too late.
No.
And they were like, okay, do you want to come on tomorrow? And I said, yeah. And so I covered it was Kiefer Sutherland had been, that story was crazy. Kiefer Sutherland had been arrested in LA for assaulting a it was like a ride share or taxi, or it was something like that. And the media was painting Kiefer Sutherland as like this deranged lunatic. And so when they contacted me about it, they also will send you a link of the story that they're talking about. And it was basically just like, and then I had to kind of tell them what I was talking about. They said, just give us a snapshot of what you're going to say so that we're not totally. So then I'm on live and I'm listening to what all the people are talking about. And they said that Kiefer Sutherland was arrested for assaulting this guy. But in actuality, what happened was that Kiefer Sutherland wanted out of the car.
Okay.
He wanted to end the ride. The guy driving him was like a Russian or Eastern European, did not speak English. And so Kiefer Sutherland was like, get me out of this car. I want out of this car. And the guy wouldn't let him out. He wouldn't let him out of the car. I mean, it's his ride. And if he wants out of the car, if you want to walk. Yeah. Wouldn't let him out of the car. He said, if you don't let me out of this car, I'm going to you. Oh. And so that's why he went to jail. Not for assault, for threatening to. And so I'm learning all of this live. Yeah. Because in my head, I was like, well, because he had been arrested before for a DUI like 10 years ago. Yeah. So I was going to be like, good for you for not driving your car. Yeah. Like, it was early in the morning when so that was kind of the mind that I'm learning all this. Yeah. And so off the cuff, they're like, and what do you think? I'm like, I let it fly. I was like, who would let someone who can't speak English get an American driver's license? That's crazy. Yeah. And that's out in California. So, like, everyone has the right to a driver's license. And I said, no, they don't.
Right. I like the
16-year-olds have the right. The 15-year-olds don't have the right. People who've had their license suspended don't have a right. People who can't speak English shouldn't be driving on our roads. Yeah. That's like... I got a funny story that reminds me. I got pulled over. I mean, I was still living in New Hampshire growing up, so I had to be like under 18. And I got pulled over for, I think I ran a red light. And the cop shows up to me, he walks up to me, or there's an actual woman. A woman walks up to me and she says, all right, give me a written warning, fine, cool, thank you very much, I appreciate it. And she said that very thing to me. She said, driving is a privilege, not a right. Mm-hmm. And then she walked away. You have to take a test in order to do it. Like, everybody does not have the right to drive.
Like, that was 30 years ago. I just thought about how long ago that was. That was at least 30 years ago.
That's a memory.
I mean, right? Well, that was the fear of God that she put in me and just said, this is a privilege, not a right. And then you said it, and I'm like, I went right back there. I went right back to my 91 Eagle Talon. Yeah. Or I think, God, that was crazy. All right. Anyway, Pennywise the Dancing Daddy. Hiya. Good to see you. Thanks for the balloon. And then Stuart says, thanks to the lady for her wonderful participation in this great American discourse.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I could talk about it all the time.
Yeah, you should come by one, maybe a night one too, where we do the night, and it just goes nuts.
Oh, on live? Is that when you do your lives? Is that nighttime?
Yeah. Is it dysentery? I'm not sure. Do you know who Musical Business Martin is? Do you know who that is? No. I do not know who that is. No.
Musical Business Martin?
You got to be careful with some of them, by the way. They'll put names in there that aren't real names, and it's rough. So it could be wrong on that. But anyway, no, let us know if you want to talk. Maybe something we need to look up and figure out. So just let us know about that one. We talked about Tim Burchett. What was the other thing we were just finishing?
That was it.
That was the month in a nutshell.
That was in an hour and a half. That was the whole
right.
Yeah. Oh, Amy Klobuchar's going to run for the governor of...
Yeah, do we care?
I don't care. I would rather end on Burchett, but...
It's still early on that one,
Yep.
yeah. So just to give you a heads up on the truth between lines here, I did do one yesterday about what the proposed anti-illegal bills that are going through the state legislature right now. So look at that. It says no illegals in Tennessee. That was put out yesterday. I did some of the Clintons going on. We mentioned that earlier in the show, but that is a video out there. We talked about the World Health Care Organization, or World Health Organization, which no one cares about, assuming, because that's what she said. And then my practice from Restream was put on there. What race are ICE agents? That was out January 24th.
That was a cool one.
That was interesting, just because they were like, oh, these are horrible people. But anyway, that was the past week per se. A lot of the shorts that came out on there. Take a look at those too.
Your shorts are doing good. I really enjoy your shorts.
Yeah, it's funny. They're doing better on Instagram now that I've actually really started posting on there than they are on YouTube.
They will. I see you on Instagram Reels all the time.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Again, we're going to do a live or one of her things later on, so I'll put that and we can chat. But anyway, GlitterMeAlison with one L. Take a look at that. Let's see what else happens. We do doing lives every month, but or every week, every day, I should say, almost.
You've been going every day on live?
I've been trying, yeah, for at least a little bit. Yeah, it's rough. I'm
proud of you. That's good.
It's one of those things. I mean, we got January 30th, 29th, 28th. So I missed the 27th, whatever day that was. 25th, 24th, 22nd. Yeah.
I guess if you're snowed in, like, what else are you going to do?
Right, yeah. So we were doing good on that one. So, the addicts. All right, so we got my ex couldn't speak English. It was great. I didn't understand not one curse word. That's funny.
That's probably why Donald and Melania get along so well.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Dude, I'm going to go see her movie after this. Her movie
is it coming out today?
Because it came out today.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've heard that the production value of it is awesome. Like, it's very artistic, like not like weird artistic or anything, but like very well done, like the shots and the lighting and everything. I'm going for the fashion because I think she dresses amazing.
Do you know anything about the Attic Goblin? I feel
like this. No, what is that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do we even ask?
No, I don't know. Dysentery. We're not quite on the same level, I don't think. So I don't know. Let me know. There's a lot of people I trust, like Stuart and a few of the others, that I'll just read their comment without even like looking at it.
Yeah.
Other than some people, I'm like, I got to read this before I say it out loud. But
yeah.
Anyway, we're good on that one. But a few other things. Did you hear about though the courtroom? I haven't followed up with this. They're talking about the lawsuit against Meta, ByteDance, and Google's YouTube about them being harmful to kids, mental harm.
I did not watch that. It was on. I did not watch it. What's going on?
I haven't. This is just the beginning. I did it yesterday, the day before that, and it's just a matter of could this affect it? How is it going to change?
Obviously,
and we know it's harmful. We know that. That's not a question.
Do not put your kids on the internet. I don't put when I start, obviously everybody has a Facebook, and I would put my kids on there. Yeah. But when I started putting my opinions out, the kids don't need to be on there. Yeah. They don't need to be on yours. They don't need to have their own. Mm-hmm. There's no. You don't have the regular children, especially I know teenagers have them, and they all have TikToks and stuff, and occasionally, like, some little kids' TikTok will scroll through my thing, which you're not supposed to be able to do. They kind of have to be on their own little FYP for minors. They don't need any of that.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about our information. What about the kids that scroll all day watching dance moves and just watching other kids play video games when they're sitting there watching their phones? I mean, there's a lot more to it than political commentary. It's a matter of what are these kids watching all day, and they're not going outside. They're not interacting with other people, other kids. Yeah. They're just sitting on their phone all day.
They are, and sites like YouTube. I don't know how much children are using Facebook, but like I know YouTube. There's a YouTube Kids for like little kids, but as far as teenagers, the FEC used to have standards for children's programming that you had to have so much educational material. Right. You couldn't advertise these things, all of that kind of stuff. Like Nickelodeon is a good example of.
Yeah.
There were certain things you couldn't.
Yeah, it was
do on
at one time.
The internet and YouTube, it's I mean, there's some regulation, but not enough. I don't think there's enough, and I'm not a regulation person at all. I think it as a parent, like my kids, I'm the parent that's like, please watch your iPad, and they're like, no, we want to bounce off the walls. So I don't understand the whole like concept of your kid being a YouTube zombie or whatever, but I do know that what I've seen from it, it's not.
Yeah, rough. All right, well, with that, we're going to wrap it up, I think. So one more time, tell us who you are again.
GlitterMeAlison on all the platforms that you could possibly think of. I'm probably there. And if I'm not, find me on a different one.
And how do you spell it exactly?
ALISON, GlitterMeAlison.
GlitterMeAlison. Take a look at that. We'll do some links. We'll do a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah.
But if you want to see more information like this, please like and subscribe. Go in there. Please watch the videos as well. I'm really working on right now about watch time and watch hours to try and get things going on that one aspect of it. But we're just looking to have fun, and I love doing this. We got a lot of things out, a lot of covered in what I think this is 70 minutes we're at right now. But we went over a lot of information. So
we did.
Yeah. Will it slow down in February? I mean, probably not. Probably not.
I hope not. I hope Trump keeps doing what he's doing. I love it. Like, I know people want to try. I try to find things not to like. I really do try to find things to disagree with him on. And I love all of it. I also grew up with, like, a really strict dad. Like, my dad was a lot like Donald Trump. Like, let's just figure out the problem. And my dad was a winner. And he liked to win. Losing sucks.
Yeah.
So, I try to look for things. I try to be fair, but I hope he keeps on.
Very good. And Stuart's going to check you out. But remember, 1L in Allison. 1L, not 2. You wrote 2 on that, Stuart. So anyway, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep bringing this to you as much as we possibly can to bring you the truth between lines.